Welcome, and thank you, and good luck, and blah, blah, blah. You ready? Let's get busy. The Primer audio video and the sheet that accompanies it is where we begin. Addiction is hard. It is a complex disorder that is clever and is capable of adapting to avoid attempts at stopping it. Every time we think we got it figured out, it changes itself and makes us totally reinvent ways of interfering with it. Since addiction is hard, managing it can't be made easy. If not done properly, people lose more than the money and time they've invested. People can and do die. Everything in a person's life is threatened by addiction, and the wrong plan administered the wrong way doesn't just do nothing, but makes it worse. When you first open the solution package, you might be intimidated. Look at all this stuff, videos to watch, a huge book to read, hours of audio to listen to, this workbook with all these exercises. Whoa! But hold on a moment. You may be in the midst of one of the most confusing and overwhelming circumstances of your life, and so it's normal, very normal, to feel intimidated, and your sneaky addiction is suggesting to you that this is all too much and you can't do it. Keep in mind that whether you get sober alone, with a friend or a support group or a treatment facility, or simply lock yourself in a cave, you will be the one doing the work, no one else. Every program on the planet can advise and instruct, but it is you who must and will do the work to succeed. But I understand, this is overwhelming. You're not at your best right now, and this is why I'm here and why I created this. Let's keep it simple. You'll be doing about 20 to 30 minutes a day of study. It's your choice to read, listen, or watch your study material. Then you'll have around 10 to 15 minutes a day of thinking exercises. That's it. You do not have to figure out how to do this or when or in what way. Read the day's assignments off the calendar and follow them. And as you do them, you will change. PAS is going to infuse its wisdom and knowledge into you. You don't have to memorize it or test on it or report on it. PAS is designed to become a part of you. PAS becomes a part of you the same way tying your shoes did. When I was a little kid, I thought I'd never be able to tie my shoes like the big boys. I was all thumbs. I could only tie my laces into knots. We all had trouble learning this skill in the beginning, and we all had moments we wanted to quit and scream out, "I don't need to wear shoes this bad." But today, we can do it with our eyes closed. We can tie our shoes while doing simple math and having a conversation. This difficult, frustrating task has become second nature to us. We've done it so much and for so long, it is a part of our brain, a part of our identity, a part of us. And clean living is about to become a part of you the same way. PAS is going to work the same way. It's going to walk with you and tell you each and every day how to do it so you don't have to figure that out. Follow each day's instructions. Over the next 90 days, you'll be transformed. I shot drugs for 12 years, so if I can do it, you can do it. When I began creating PAS, I was expecting to design an effective product that was going to be very hard to use because complexity was going to be needed. I am thrilled that it evolved naturally into a solution anyone can use. It makes no difference if you're a college graduate or never went past high school. You don't even need to know how to read to follow PAS. You can listen to the audio or watch video. Everything has been carefully thought out and considered to the point that even when you hear a word or a sentence you don't understand, don't worry. Keep moving along, and the stuff you don't get will be made clear by the stuff you do. PAS works because it's simple, and as you progress, PAS evolves along with you. You don't have to adapt to it because PAS adapts to you. So here comes your first lesson, the primer. This primer is going to explain what to do and how to do it. You don't need to take notes or anything. You can always come back and replay this anytime you want, and you'll see what you're instructed to do is in easy order. Let's begin. Project Addiction is a three-phase solution. 1, absence phase, AP. 2, recovery phase, RP. And 3, sobriety phase, SP. The absence phase covers the first 90 days. The recovery phase is 90 through 180 days, 3 months through 6. And the sobriety phase is from 6 months through life. Many of the recovery industry shortcomings are due to placing too much emphasis on shorter-term achievements and a wishful thinking perception of quick recoveries. It is essential to have a scientific strategy that extends beyond the fundamental strategies of recovery. Short-term fundamental strategies cannot simply be repeated with more effort if one wants to have long-term success. We need to implement appropriate strategies for each phase of recovery, as it is an evolutionary process. What worked in month 1 cannot simply be repeated in month 2, month 18, or month 80. Existing strategies must be combined with new strategies for each appropriate phase. New dimensions and new practices need to be implemented for each phase of recovery. Project Addiction Solutions is designed the same way addiction is progressive. I started with pot and beer and progressed or digressed to sticking needles in my body to use. Most of us begin with relatively harmless habits that progress to something critical. Project Addiction takes addiction in reverse. We begin with the most aggressive strategies and progress or titrate to less demanding strategies. Attention! You can begin PAS whether you are clean or not. Day 7 study assignment will teach you the details of AP, RP, and SP, including detox withdrawal instructions. If you haven't detoxed yet or will experience extreme withdrawals if you cease using, finish this primer and immediately skip ahead to Chapter 12, Recovery Phases, Detox, Withdrawal, Absence, Recovery, Sobriety, and follow with your DOC, Drug of Choice chapter. Many people begin Project Addiction Solution and apply the detox methods described once they review them on day 7. That's fine. If you choose this route, minimize your use as much as safely possible to prepare for the inevitable withdrawal detox. You can begin PAS whether you are clean or not. Project Addiction Solution is an intuitive strategy. How it works will become evident to you as you begin. There is a solution schedule calendar with activities to perform each day and each week. Simply follow the instructions and assignments. Let's select a couple random days from the calendar and go over it so you can see how this is done. Here's day 9. Chapter 15, 16, 17, and 18 is in green, but 17 is highlighted in blue. So let's look at the key. It shows that green text is material to study and you can choose to read from the book or listen to the audio, whichever you prefer. And the blue means there's a video option. I like all three, so I might choose to listen to the audio of the first 2 in my car on my way to work. I will watch the video in the afternoon when I'm resting up from the workday, and I'll read chapter 18 from the book in the evening. Then it says takeaway. The key tells me that a takeaway is a short writing assignment of a paragraph. You can write more if you want to, but it's not required. A takeaway assignment is when I describe what I got from the study and how I can apply it. You know, what I took away from it. The key says I can write this like a journal or as a letter to someone. Day 9's final project is a task plus 1. The key says I should do at least a level 1 task, and the plus is the option to do more, but not less. The key also gives examples and suggestions of what a level 1 task is. Now, instead of thinking this may be too hard to do, you may be thinking it is too easy to do, and that anything this easy won't work on something so hard. That's a valid concern. Let me reassure you, I have not cut a corner or made this easy. Lives are at risk here. You will see that while it is simple, it is not easy. Don't confuse them. Simple is good, easy is dangerous. PAS is simple, not easy. It is going to challenge the way you think, the way you feel, and it is going to go toe-to-toe with your addictions and habits. So be warned, PAS is simple but not easy. You'll begin in the AP, absence phase. You'll progress through the AP over the next 90 to 110 days. Once completed, you will apply the provided RP instructions from approximately 90 to 180 days, concluding with the SP instructions starting at 180 days. There are a few things to do before officially beginning. 1. Review the TOC table of contents. 2. Review the warning. 3. Review the glossary of terms. Good. Now that you've done that, you did it, right? If you didn't, then set the booklet down, press pause on the audio or video, and do it. Thanks. Go do it. Good. The reason I asked you to look over the TOC is to begin a relationship with what you'll be getting involved with. We're planting seeds of familiarity, which helps, and please take the warning very seriously. Now let's continue. 4. Review the AP solution schedule calendars to become familiar with what's coming and how they work. 5. Take the solution evaluation to determine your user type category. Set a drug screen schedule if you're going to be using one. Review the drug screen section, decide if and how to do this properly. Chapter 13, absence phase. Purchase drug screens. We don't need to wait for drug tests to arrive in the mail to begin. Get them ordered and let's get going. You are going to learn with Project Addiction Solution that I do not present anything gratuitously. Absolutely everything in PA Solution has been carefully considered and placed. If you follow these instructions with little to no modification, you will get results. Your results will be proportionate to your follow-through. Let me give you an example of this. There was a DVD fitness program that jump-started the video fitness format again called P90X. Maybe you're familiar with it. The Project Addiction Solution is a similar model. The P90X fitness videos had advanced, average, and beginner demonstrations in each video for you to adapt the program to your personal level. Project Addiction Solution is modeled the same way. Once we determine your recovery needs level and ability, Project Addiction Solution will adapt to you. As for results, everyone is indeed different, but what you are getting involved with is a master plan that can make you well. How well is somewhat variable, but it will be extraordinary if you stay with it and follow through. I did the P90X fitness program the same time a buddy of mine began it. We got together occasionally and would compare notes. He lost significant weight and was very noticeably more fit, lean, and muscular. My results were less dramatic. I definitely felt fitter and was experiencing noticeable differences, though my appearance was nearly the same as before. Why were his results so much more observable than mine? We both did the exact same program, and I felt certain we put the same maximum effort into it too. So why was he so much more lean than I was? Simple. We have different constitutions. Even though we were about the same age and similar in size and weight, we have different builds and structures. My results were less observable on the outside, but there was no doubt that the program was fulfilling its design. I was indeed fitter and healthier. We simply cannot know precisely the style or brand or degree of improvement we're going to get from Project Addiction Solution. What we can be certain of is that if you commit and follow PA Solution, you will improve a lot. Let me expand on that once more with a more personal example. In 2013, I was killed on my motorcycle when I was stopped at a light. An SUV ran the light and hit me in the face. 50 yards away, 2 paramedics were at the front of a drive-through line with no one in front of them. They saw the accident, were on the scene in seconds, reviving me. When I awoke 8 days later from a coma, I could not walk, talk, or remember who I was, and it looked like I would be a liability to those I loved for as long as I lived. I told my girlfriend of 14 years, I don't know if it is humanly possible to triumph over this. I only know that if it is possible for a human to get beyond it, I will. And I will continue to try for as long as I breathe. And if I can relearn how to take one step again, then that will encourage me to try for 2. And if I can take 2, then it's only a matter of time and effort before I can run. I don't know how far I can go, but I'm going to find out. The doctors thought I was in denial because they made it clear that I was damaged for life. They were wrong. We can't yet know how far Project Addiction Solution will assist you to be free from what binds you, but how far you go becomes evidence that you can go a bit farther. The sky's the limit, so let's see how far and how free you can be, and then let's go farther. This is where most intros tell you how they came to be and what it took to create them. Project Addiction Solution itself will show you what it is, and how it came about is not relevant to you at this time. This moment and time is not about me or this book or my work. It is about you and getting you unstuck from what is binding you. So let's get busy. Here's some instructions. Project Addiction Solution schedule is a day-to-day set of instructions. Follow it. If you get stuck or confused on anything, look through the solution and you will likely find that the answer to any question you have is already there. You'll find that I am a painfully thorough person and have anticipated nearly everything. There are specific reasons for each instruction that are not obvious to the novice, but will become obvious to you as you go and as you start to see results. You can learn the easy way or the hard way, that I know what to present and why it is presented in the formula it is. Each goal, task, action, exercise in Project Addiction Solution works on multiple levels, affecting your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your spirit too. Each instruction is designed to reach a particular place in you, sometimes many. I won't wish you luck as I say goodbye for now. This is not about luck or hope. Project Addiction Solution is a sensible set of strategies. I don't need hope or luck to make a flower grow. I need a seed, some soil, some water, and sunlight, and if the necessary ingredients are blended together in the right way, a flower will be produced. That's not luck, it's science. Project Addiction Solution Schedule lists things that need to be done each day. When you do them is up to you, but each day's items need to be done on that day. If you skip one today with the intention of doing double the next day, it will not work. The pace, order, and even the space between them is very deliberate and specific. To re-emphasize, do each day's items on the day they are assigned and in the order they are assigned. The rest of your life's obligations and duties can be woven around or between them. PA Solution will not interfere with your life's obligations and duties. Meeting your other obligations enhance PA Solution. The whole point of Solution is to enable you to manage your whole life again, to restore you to the life you want to have. This is why you are instructed to create a 3-day schedule every 2 days. A sample of the template follows. Do not make up your timing of events as you go. Know before you go to bed at night what your commitments are the next day and how you'll be fitting them together. Why a 3-day schedule every 2 days? Because we often need to modify our schedule due to unforeseen circumstances. Life does not typically conform to a timing schedule a week or more in advance. This does not mean you can't or shouldn't set a doctor's appointment or a business meeting well in advance. This 3-day schedule every 2 days is exclusive to your PA Solution. When you'll be doing your tasks, your takeaways, and your study in conjunction with your job, school, family, and personal needs and obligations. Scheduling is an important tool, so please get used to it. The RP and SP solutions are included in a sealed envelope and should only be opened once you've completed the preceding phase. A final emphasis on this: if you postpone or modify the order of solution, you will not only compromise its effectiveness, but you'll run into stumbling blocks that will cause a domino effect delays to things coming up. You don't want to drive for an hour into the wasteland before you realize the sign that said there would be no more gas for 100 miles was not joking. I'm telling you now, you will need to get gas at that last station, no matter how full the tank was when you started. I learned a long time ago how to be right all the time. Just don't talk about stuff you're wrong about. So, to begin, 1. Review the TOC. 2. Review the warning. 3. Review the glossary of terms. 4. Review the solution schedule calendar. 5. Take the user solution evaluation. 6. Set up a drug screen schedule if you're using one. 7. Purchase drug screens if you're going to be doing that. 8. Make your first 3-day schedule and use the template on the next page. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get busy. Day 1 is waiting for you.